I said this after the San Jose State game, and USC fans did not want to listen to me. And I'm going to reiterate the same point that is now blatantly obvious after the way that USC played against Colorado. Their defense is not good enough to compete with the top teams in the Pac-12. That is so freaking obvious the way that that game transpired. Now, first of all, before we break down and really talk about the USC defensive issues, I do want to give a lot of credit to Colorado. They have all season long shown a resiliency to fight back in games that many expected them to be out of. They made adjustments. They kept attacking. They were able to fight, scratch, and claw their way into a position where it was a one-score game. I really didn't think that they were going to do it, but Amari Miller had an amazing second half. They started feeding him. He was uncoverable, a true freshman who was able to do the things that he did in this game. A lot of credit goes to him and that Colorado team. But my focus here right now is not on Colorado. It's on USC. All I have heard from USC fans and just from the national media, all they've talked about is, they don't really need a defense. They're just going to outscore everybody that they play. I'm tired of that narrative. That is not how real football works. You have to be able to create stops. You have to be able to get after the quarterback when you're playing a team with one of the worst offensive lines in all of college football. Yes, they created some pressures that were able to lead to sacks, that were able to lead to errant throws, but they still gave up way too many splash plays. My biggest issue with USC, and it goes in line with exactly what I said after San Jose State, it's not that they give up a lot of yards or they might give up a lot of points. That's the easy analysis. They gave up 41 points in this game, which is bad as it is. But the big underlying issue is all of the massive long gains, the poor tackling, the lack of willingness to rally to the football as a defense, and then also the lack of defensive adjustments. So Mary Miller, a true freshman, kept killing you the entire second half, and you made no adjustments to account for him. Instead, you let him continue to beat you. That team, that secondary, is not built well enough to compete with the top teams in the conference. When they play Washington in October, they are going to get smoked. Michael Penix will throw for over 500 yards, and it is going to be a bloodbath. Sure, maybe that game could be close, and it could be a 55-48 game, whatever the final score could be. I'm sure that USC could go punch for punch with them. But if their defense can't get stops, then they will not win the important games that they have down the line. And I also think it's ridiculous that they basically stopped trying on some of those drives when they had so many chances to just pull away, end the game. They started going through the motions because for whatever reason, they didn't think that they needed to put up a remaining fight against Colorado, and it almost cost them. I mean, heck, that defense, Utah could probably score 35 points on them, and Utah's offense has been abysmal this year. I just don't see it. I don't see a path for that team to win the Pac-12 when there are more well-rounded teams like Oregon and Washington. If you disagree, drop a comment. Let me know what you think below. Make sure you check out BetOnline for all of your sports betting needs. For anything that I do betting related, I go on over to betonline.ag and I use promo code BELIEVE50. BetOnline has all of the latest updated odds for the NFL and college football seasons. Anything you need, whether it's futures, live in-game betting, no matter what, your football betting needs are met at BetOnline. And again, make sure you use that promo code BELIEVE50, BLEAV50 to get a 50% welcome bonus on your first deposit. BetOnline, where the game starts.